go with the tour of the whole base. Now, just so everyone's aware on the video, um, one, I am recording a stream, so this may not be the best quality. And two, I will have future videos. And, oh, and another thing is the world is not 100% survival. There is still some creative that has been put into this here and there. The main theme of this world is we live underground, so you're banned from going to the surface. You can tell by this right here. People have attempted and failed. Anyway, this is where you spawn. When you head down, you head to the main lobby. Or, sorry, the main room, I guess. The statue, the more higher tier stuff it has on them, the more, like, better the world is in general. Since this is full iron, that means most people here are in full iron. Although we're getting close to diamond. I am wearing netherite armor, because reasons. This is the plants, food, and farming items chest. This right here is for decoration. This is iron related stuff. Misfit items. Oh, no. $20. Literally anything wood related. And wool items. Since a rough farm. Don't mind Willie Pete over there. Over here is the tree farm. Hello, doggy. I'll let you out. So, in case any demand for trees pops up, new tree rooms will be made. This is the newest so far, and as you can tell, there's a wall right here. This right here would introduce you to the fact there are secret rooms everywhere. But since this is a tour video, I'll show you the secret rooms. Over here we have our mighty furnace room. I did this on survival right here. This took forever to make, because every single chest has a coal in it. A stack of coal. Right here is the farm. This is where the cheats come in, like spawners and such, but eh. They always try and do that, they try and kill the bunnies. My horse is here, even though I can't really use horses here. And then over here we have our mighty farm. And then if you head to the side, right here, we have our nether wart farm. One harvest is more than enough to keep the potion making room busy for a very long time. And then over here is the entrance to a secret room. These are meant to look like pipes, by the way. Another pipe area. And then over here we have the big boy pipes. With rail carts constantly moving around. And then redstone over here. Follow the redstone. None of this actually does anything. It's just cool to look at. I was lucky this place was built in the middle of the mines, because with our world, there are 3 parts of the mines when I get there. There are the outer mines. The outer mines are much easier to explore, but they're usually just fully like explored and everything. The inner, the center mine is harder to find, to like get through and find your way back home, but you can find genuinely more stuff. And then the far out places where you're gonna get lost no matter what. But the place is like completely nutrient filled. Because of it, I've turned on keep inventory, that way you can just kill yourself and get home. Right here we have our ender chest. This is the community room, so anyone can donate stuff. I've donated some chorus fruit, because why not? I still have a bunch of stuff from when we killed the Ender Dragon. We killed the Ender Dragon a while ago. Over here we have our disco room. Don't mind Bob. He guards the place. And then over here is the museum. If you wish to read, just pause the video. Don't mind the spelling errors. Just do this so I don't freeze the water. Over here's the entrance to the museum. And here, this was originally the thing I used to kill the Witherin. You can tell as a joke right here with this right here. But I've turned this into the museum in the meantime. Pause again if you wish to read. And then the rest of the pages were added by accident. To the right, you can go to the entrance of the mines. And then over here is where the museum continues. Right here, we have the book. Pause if you wish to read. And at the end, we continue. Oh, I messed that up. Don't mind Fred. Pause if you wish to read. Oh, come on. Oh. No, that's the first part of the artifact museum right here. Well, this is the artifact museum. That one was just like the room museum with like a tour. Meant for a tour. We have the paintings. I tried my best not to get duplicates. I got some here and there. I think it's that one right there. I got duplicated. Then over here is the artifacts. This is meant to represent the Nether fortress. And here was an Elder Guardian that took me forever to get, but he was so annoying with how the fact we live underground that I just decided to kill him. Right here we have, for one night, the only turtle shell in the world, and also when I raided a sea temple. Also this thing is here. Some normal guardians. Hello, sir. I've named them so that they don't despawn. We have a farmer here. Right here we have the dragon egg and the first eye I ever made. And then this in here is just something I made to look fancy. Represent the temple area so you can find. And then right here, the original Nether Star. And then another Nether fortress with how they freaking go everywhere. The reason this is here is because this room broke into the main area, but I had to fix that. Also, for some reason, I just decided to build that. Exit the community room. Now, if we instead go forward, we will find the main farm with our potatoes and our tree farm. The sides need to be filled. This is the main lobby area. Right here we have the ocean biome, the nether, the surface, And this right here is the end. Trying my best to make it look, but you could only do so much with such a small palette. This right here represents the forest that's inside. This right here is like a castle with its doors open for the nether portal. This right here is the door, the 2D house that leads to everyone's homes. Cave system that I found, and this is meant to look not complete, because then if you look inside the hole, enchantment table. Now this is where I have to return back to where we started so that you can learn the rules. The original rules are if you do not have a purpose within the world, like no importance, you do not have your own room and you sleep with everybody else. Which is why what the heck happened here? Okay, I'm gonna figure out what that happened. This is where you sleep. For some reason one person called it the inmate room and it just caught on sense. This is our most famous attraction right here. The staircase to random. It literally heads to nowhere, if you want to see. Nowhere. We head down here. As requested, I built a computer room, a gaming area and such. Try my best to make it look good. Since we're an epic gamer, our PC is one that's bigger than me. And two, you can see through it, into the insides. If you take a left over here, there's the armory. Activate this and the crafting tables pop out. Turn it off and it retracts, and then just do it really fast again. And it retracts further. This right here is our armor sample of the armor. This would be diamond, but too scared for people to steal from that. And also we don't have enough diamonds to do that. Oh, artificial seal. Okay, that's somewhat worrying. Over here we have our storage system. Storage. Items. Mob drops. Nether stuff. Food. Armor. I need to reorganize. Down here we have our diamond mine. With how I dug it, you can get lost in here very easily. I'm gonna try and go in it and hopefully I can come out. If you memorize what path you used, you can normally head back home pretty easily, like that. Ta-da! Right here we have a mine that was just built by my friend, so I decided to decorate it. Again, since this is a tour, I'll show you the secret rooms. The bar. Let me grab some stone. It's probably not the most efficient secret area. This was mainly inspired by Jacksepticeye's Sean's bar theme. Forgot to add a table there. But yeah, it's just a bar. And these stairs just lead down to bedrock. Nothing special. Now that part's finished, I can go to the rooms now, so you can actually see what happens when you do get helpful to the world. To the right here, my friend X-Reaper. He hasn't come into the world in forever, so this is the standard room. Once the room is made, you can do whatever you want with it, as you can tell by what Char did to his room. I likey. My friend. Okay, why is there blood everywhere? slightly incomplete, but it's fine. Tis no problem. As you can tell by the flag here, he is Canadian. The story here leads to Murky's room. Hasn't entered in forever. For some reason it took a furnace. This is where the wolves are, really. This is my friend Civil Bowl. You might know him. You go on Mixer a lot. Maybe, I'm not sure. Decorated his top part. He said he wanted it simple, so I tried my best. This was normally meant to be blocked off, but he forgot to close it. This is his secret path. You can pause to read. That does nothing. Nothing in here. It's just a good barrel. This is here. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Another witherhead. Over here we have another. Can't remember the name. Bunch of his loot. When you went to the end. Over here. As you, we have a spawner with nothing in it, so nothing spawning, and we have a campfire with uncooked food on it. Over here is our mega beacon. This is the thing giving us our regeneration. And this is just a more simple beacon. Oh, this isn't meant to be a secret, but since this is a tour, Civil Bull in this world is our black market man. So if you want stuff from the surface like sand and glass and such, since the surface is obviously outlawed, that's really valuable. You have TNTs here. Many torches, okay. This is another beacon. As a joke, I turned this beacon pink without his acknowledgement. This one for some reason didn't turn on. I think it's because they're too close. And then over here is where the new blocks came in. I don't know if I like that sound. Mine Steve086. He's he's addicted to the new update. I need to go around and fix these holes. To the main room. This was a very lucky find. So since then I've been decorating it and everything. Sorry about that. I had a cough. I've been trying my best to decorate it so that there isn't torches everywhere, which is why there's lanterns everywhere instead. Don't know if it looks better or not. I'm trying my best. This right here is the room where you can do whatever you want with redstone. This leads to my sister's room, even though she's never in this world. Since she's never here, there's nothing down here, even though she can do anything she wants with them. Apparently Bomb got murdered. This is the entrance to our park. This is just the entrance. If you go forward, we have a collection of all the flowers. Since we had more room than we thought, we just put random plants there. This is the Garden of Eden. Since my friend's Canadian poppies and such are meant to represent the dead, so we never walk on the wood. And then this right here is a little table I made. And this right here, it's not very good actually. These are meant to represent like sheets drying or stuff. Over here, we have all our trees. These will be replaced with the new trees that have been added. Or the tree saplings, I guess. Right here we have a book talking about the trees. And due to a biome problem, this has been blocked off, but since it's a tour, you can come see. Aquarium. They've all been named, so none of them are going to disappear anytime soon. Warning, do not enter. The beach was made in the middle of a swamp biome. So the attempt to make it somewhat look understandable, the story is there's been a pipe problem, which is that right there. That and that is meant to be there. But this, no. This is just the bottom of the entire place. This right here leads to where our TV is. Nothing special. You just come over here and sit. For some reason, someone just spammed another brick here. And right here we have the entrance to the end portal, but since I don't want that, it's blocked off by bedrock. Mainly because I want to create an economy, with the end materials being the rarest, rare. Again, being sold on the black market. Up here, over here, you can just continue walking on the side. Right here is a giant obsidian chain. Should probably change it to something else. And this right here, as you can tell by the skull, is our mob spawner. Down here. This is the entrance to my home. Another portal. This designer here was originally inspired by, if you watch FitMC and his 2B2T videos, mainly when you went to the world border, there's a room, I think it was like 100k or something, there's a giant room with giant nether portals. I was somewhat inspired to make something similar to that. Didn't go well. So I just ended up with this. Still looks good. I'm happy with it. This is the entrance to the potion making room. Due to a certain accident of commands that have happened recently, everything's gone. Go me. And then over here is our library. This looks like a really good block, but in case you're thinking someone can just jump in and go to the end from there, you'll be fine. There have been multiple attempts to try and jump in. I'll just break this. Barrier blocks. Since I big brain and I want to keep this, I decided to put barrier blocks on top of it, that way people can't get in and destroy the economy. Oh, there it is. This goes up all the way to, I think, Y level 42. I think it's Y. I don't know. 45. And then this right here is meant to light things up. That isn't fully complete, because if it was fully... As you can tell, this right here is what it's meant to look like. You know, with these things underneath with chains. And as you can tell right here, it's not there, so incomplete. Although if you go down one more level, you can see a complete level. Since this is a library and everything, I wanted to go with a fantasy look, so that's why the spirit lanterns and torches are used. Although some would say there's a bit too much. So it kind of makes it less cool, but eh. The last thing I want is a creeper to spawn. Hello, spider. This is the official entrance to my house. This is my waiting room, and then over here is my incomplete room. Again, like I said, incomplete. In case you wish to know the size of the room, it's 100 blocks left and right, 300 blocks forward, and then 200 blocks back in with an extra 1. So 201 blocks that way. What this is going to be is a giant city and such, and as a joke, at the end of the entire room is a tiny little hut where I live. But this is going to be like a ginormous city that represents the surface. Jump, 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 jump. This right here is my little nether base. When I planted these, I didn't know how nether worked, so I thought lava worked like water, but in the nether. Over here is the path to the quarry. Since this is older chunks and stuff, things like these guys are here. Jumpy jump jump. Come on. So when you dig this way, you are no longer allowed to dig that way, as we broke out of the cliff side. And we want to keep the cliff natural looking at best. In other words, we want to hollow out the entire cliff side that's behind us. Don't mind the guard up there. Artificial rib cage, because why not? A giant fan to make it look industrial. In case you ever do break the rules, you are forced into your keep inventory is turned off. I kill you. I take your items. I put you in adventure mode, and I force you to walk down this tunnel, which is hundreds of blocks long with no food. In other words, you're not going to get to the end. A lot of bones there. And another fortress